everyone. So for my Google training that I did for question number 1 of the reflection, I already use Google quite a bit. I used a lot in high school with Google Classroom, as well as Gmail is my main priority in my emails that I get sent to my phone. And so one thing that I learned kind of more about Gmail is how you are able to use your Gmail account to like you can star things, you can organize things, and a better way to search things on there as well. You can, if you need one thing, you can search it by a number of different things, not just like what was in the subject line, but like maybe something in the attachment. Any word in the email comes up, also the sender, as well as the subject. Of course, you can search in that search bar. And when you send it to a certain place and you have a lot of emails in a certain place, you are also able to search in that bar, which I thought was really cool, knowing some about Gmail with Google and then also learning more. Another thing I learned was a lot about Google Forms and where Google Forms go, how they go into a spreadsheet afterwards, and also how like they're useful and kind of who gets to see the Google Forms, who gets to answer the Google Forms and everything like that. Learn that as well. I think this would be very helpful as a future educator in the way that you are able to know more about the Google Classroom, and you're able to have a paperless classroom as we get more into the future, and paper and saving the paper would be really useful with a paperless classroom. And so if you're able to do a lot of that online, your students are also going to be advanced even more in their technology, and so they're going to be able to turn things in under that as well. I think it'd make you a lot more applicable excuse me, for a job in the future. They're going to see you are Google certified, so you already know maybe if they use it, but then also it's going to be helpful to know all different types of programming. Google is just one that's probably going to be used the majority of the time for a lot of different school districts and everything like that. For Google Slides, spreadsheet, and presentation document, I use Google Slides because I think it's very easy to share with other people to get the information to them, as well as if they need to edit whatsoever, they're able to do so. For I think the really big advantage between using like Excel and PowerPoint and Microsoft Word is that with like Google Docs, Google Drive, and like Slides, they're able to edit it. And I tried one time editing using Microsoft, and I just didn't like it at all. I prefer, if you are collaborating, using that Google Slides, doc on Google Drive, and then being able to share it that way, because it's very convenient when you're able to share something with someone and then they are able to have it, and they're shared with me in their Drive, and then they are able to open it and work on it as well with those permissions that you were able to give them. That's also another thing I learned is you can access Google Drive with a Google account. So say I'm working on one computer and I want to go to another computer, it's on my Google Drive and not on my actual laptop, which is very useful to when thinking about working on something, printing it off somewhere else, or working on something and having to work on another computer. You're constantly changing different computers, especially me with having to print from a different computer. Like at the school, I have to bring a junk drive or email it to myself. So overall, I felt like that was very useful with Google and everything we had to do with that.